Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 43rd episode of Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything Carnival Cruising related. My name's Trevor Shelby, and joining me on this cruising adventure are my good friends Thomas Kennedy and Reese is with us in spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't die or anything, but he's not here today, so
He's just, on his deathbed.
yeah. So wish him well. Actually,
just send him messages of support.
Yes. And the best way to do that is go on to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, find the group there, and then join the group. And then he'll get all your messages, all your well wishes. So,
and trust me, he'll love it.
He'll
love it.
Absolutely love it. So anyways, before we get started today, we here at Carnival Cruising Podcastaways want to talk about something serious. It's been a week since Hurricane Ian slammed into Florida, and the American Red Cross is working day and night alongside with their partners to provide food, shelter, comfort for the people facing heartbreaking devastation left by this massive storm. Many neighborhoods that were home to retirees on a fixed income and mobile home parks have been left unrecognizable, and conditions are still making it difficult for people to get aid. With help from our partners, we're reaching out to offer relief and support so no one faces this tough time alone. You can help people affected by Hurricane Ian by visiting redcross.org, calling 1-800-RED-CROSS, or texting the word Ian to 90999. To make a $10 donation. Your gift is a commitment to helping people in need, and every single donation matters. Financial donations enable Red Cross to prepare for, respond, and help people recover from this disaster. The hurricane, I was very well aware of it this last week. And this was a pretty devastating hurricane, and people are still in need. People are trying to stay in their homes amongst all this wreckage, and just getting the help, getting things that they need just to survive is a big deal right now. So we wanted to give out the Red Cross information. That way, if any of the cult would like to donate, definitely do that. I will say texting the 90999 is really easy. So, and they get a $10 donation out there real quick.
Do standard messaging rates apply?
They probably do. But anyways, so I have a bone to pick with you, Mr. Kennedy. I
don't know what.
I
spoke nothing but the truth last week.
Okay. And this is just so all the listeners will know what happened. On my flight home last weekend, I was like, ooh, I'm going to listen to the podcast. And I get on the airplane and they're starting to taxi us out, and they're telling us, we got to turn off our electronic devices. And I put in my earphones and I started playing the show, and I put it in airplane mode, and I hear Mr. Kennedy say that I like the fried chicken on Carnival Cruises.
You do.
And I looked up and I screamed, "No! No!" And everyone thought I was worried about taking off, whereas I was horrified that you put this misinformation out there.
If you go back several episodes, we talked about the fried chicken. You said it was pretty good.
Oh no, that's never happened. That's never happened.
Yeah,
it may be back there. I don't know. I will say I've had the fried chicken recently, not on my last cruise, but recently, and it's terrible. It is like the worst thing ever.
Well, I mean, I can't help the fact that it's on some in one of the episodes somewhere. It's documented. You said it's not bad.
Nah,
I don't.
I think you're getting something mixed up. I think you're talking
no
smack. I think that's what you're doing.
No, I know what I heard, and what I heard was that you like the chicken.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Actually, I want to offer a contract to replace Trevor.
Oh, wait a minute.
To Josh.
No, this would just get turned into a cooking podcast, like y'all almost did last week. We can't have that.
Hey! We were talking carnival food, and that got us on the barbecue because Carnival has barbecue, and that got us onto his YouTube page, which he'll be barbecuing on. It's a conversation. Conversations lead to different parts. Different subjects. Along the same lines of the same subject. Of the initial subject. Initial subject was food. And let the barbecue.
Oh, well, I am excited for his barbecue, the YouTube channel. So I will definitely be checking that out.
I really kind of want to make some pork belly burn ends, though.
Yeah.
Throw those on the smoker.
Very cool.
But
yeah, so
let's get back to cruising.
So last week, of course, I was on the Carnival Valor. I will say that we did an excellent job of staying out of bad weather. I want to say thank you to everybody that checked in on me. I had a lot of people check in on me about, hey, how's it going? Worried about you. How's the weather out there?
I didn't. I just said, are you still going to
Yeah, you didn't give a fuck, but everybody else, they cared. So you were just trying to get a news scoop, and I wasn't having it.
Well, yeah, I was. All right,
and that news scoop ended up being BS. From what everybody was telling me in Progresso was that even though that day that we were there, we were one of like the few, we were like the only ship there really. But he said that they've been like nonstop, like every day with ships when usually they have a little bit of time in between.
Yeah.
And he said it came all down to the hurricane.
Yeah. Cause they were, like I said, Cruise News Daily with Cruise Radio said they're diverting cruises from Progresso.
Yeah, no, they said they were getting more business and they were struggling to get all of the because they were having to scramble to get more stuff open on other days, more tours and more like venues open. And they're normally closed when, ships aren't there. So they were getting the word out, ships are coming. And so, they were having a little bit of a boom, which from what our tour guide was telling us was actually very welcome because this is kind of their slow part of the season, being hurricane season. And they usually are kind of winding down, so they don't earn as much money. He was saying it was kind of nice getting that little extra income. But we went to, in Progresso, we went to Chichen Itza, one of the new wonders of the world. And I will say, it is really cool. That was like one of the best Mayan ruins that I've been to. And I think our guide was very knowledgeable. So it really kind of brought out a lot of the stuff.
They all look alike. I don't know why you're impressed by it.
Oh, it was really impressive. Like this city was very unique in the way it was kind of run. So like if there were invaders, this was a peaceful people originally. And so if there were invaders, what they would typically do would be like they would just like ditch the city. They would just like leave. And so like the invaders would come in and there's like nobody and nothing there. And be like, okay, well, and then they would leave and then they'd come back. So that's not a bad way of dealing with stuff sometimes. But it worked for them for a while. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, until they disappeared.
Yeah, they're still there. The descendants are still there. But yeah, it rained on us a little bit that day. It was like a kind of a soak rain, but it was like maybe 10 minutes. Boom, done. If you look at my photos on my Facebook page, it's like a progression of it getting darker and darker, and it's because of the skyline, and it's because of that storm coming in, and it was like in and out that quick. So that was the only big rainfall that we got. We got another rainfall when we were in Cozumel, but it was like a tropical rain real quick. And
I have never been to Cozumel and it didn't rain.
I'm trying to think of a time that I was there and it didn't rain, and it's
I mean, it rains at least for 10 minutes. It rains for at least 10 minutes every time I'm in Cozumel.
Yeah. The only downside to being like 300 miles from a hurricane is the wind. So they had to shut down the Serenity deck and all the upper decks, so because it was just too windy. And that kind of blew. That was like the last day of the cruise, like the last full day. That last full day, everybody was getting seasick.
That stinks.
It was crazy. I persevered with my C-bands. Didn't have any issues, so
there you go.
Not too bad.
So they've held up for another cruise?
Huh?
So they held up for another cruise?
Yes. We were actually the last people to get out of the Gulf. So the last cruise ship.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of neat. The cruise director was saying that it was actually, we were super lucky to actually have made it back to port, because they almost made the call of keeping us out. So
keep you out of the Mississippi?
Yeah, well, to make the trek to the Mississippi, because the waves were just so bad. So, but they persevered, got through it. We were fine. So it was just, it was crazy. Yeah, so we got to sit and watch the swimming pools empty themselves.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
but not during a storm. It was during a hard turn for a potential man overboard.
Yeah No, it was like giant waves going back and forth in the pools, and what's funny was they had them open, and so I was like, I really kind of want to get down in it. Nobody was in them. I was like, man, they had the lifeguard guy sitting there and everything. I was like, man, I kind of want to just like get down there in it, but never did. I was watching the Elvis movie at the time. Okay, Minion, I'm gonna let you out. Hang on one second.
They had the Elvis movie on there?
Yeah, it was really good.
But I have a complaint.
What's that?
You didn't send me any beignets.
Oh, well.
Or any boudin balls or anything like
okay,
that.
So I may have eaten them. I did go to Spirits, though, in your honor.
Well, thank you, because I mean that you tend to go to Spirits every time we go to Louisiana now. that since that's for those of you who don't know what Spirits is, it's a bar rescue bar. John Taffer redid this bar, and Trevor and I went to it. And actually, we were going to spawn a new show, a show off of it, of trying to find all these bar rescue bars.
Yeah.
But so far, that's the only one we've been in.
It's a really good one, though. Excellent service, wonderful people.
Did you do the shot chair this time?
I did not. I did see somebody do it. They do it a little bit differently now, but yeah, I think probably because of COVID. But You still get the face plant, so that's always good.
That's good. Yeah. I mean that's sanitary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Hustler place, did they shut you out this time?
No. So they we went by there a few times. I didn't go in.
Well, we didn't go in the time we went either. It was a show outside.
Yeah. No, what's funny is like they only had like the bouncer out front this time.
Yeah.
And they've kind of okay, so like from what I remember of that happening, he was out front and then she came up behind him and then she started pulling herself up on the door.
Yeah. And then he picked her up off the door.
So they've kind of built it a little bit. I think they've redone their entrance a little bit. And they have like he's there at the door calling people in, kind of like he did before. But when you go in, there's like a cash register, like there's people there, like
to like a cover charge.
Yeah, get your cover charge in. I'm talking very detailed about this place. I
can see that.
I'm just saying that's what I noticed.
For someone who did not step in.
I didn't go in. I did not step in the facility. I had to pull my friend away, you see, and he was rubbernecking, and I was like, "Hey, quit rubbernecking over there, you pervert!"
Right.
And so that's what happened, though, which is funny. Okay, so one of the things that I got to try on this cruise, which I was super excited about, was the Thunderstruck Nacho Burger over at Guy's Burgers. Sadly, that might clue you into something here. Sadly, it was the only burger I had this trip, and only burger I had this trip. I just never made it back over to Guy's Burger at any point during this trip to have another. And so while I was there, I was reviewing this burger, having a little samples. I put up a little vote on our group page over at facebook.com. And so if you guys ever want to get into these votes in the future, definitely, check it out. Look us up over at facebook.com/Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. You like that. And then you also find the group. It's just called Carnival Cruising Podcastaways group, and then join it as well. And so in the group is where I posted this poll where you can kind of vote for everything. And so I kind of wanted to go over, let me see, the top 4 burgers here that
there's only 4 actual burgers on that list.
Well, no. Well, I mean, like, okay. the 4 things on there that got votes. And then I will give my final review of the Thunderstruck after I give this. So coming up in the last place of our what is your favorite Carnival Guys burger is Uck Burgers, which was requested by Megan to be put on there, and because she is a vegetarian. So Uck Burgers got, I think, probably 1 vote.
You should just put just the fries,
Yeah,
because she digs the fries.
Yeah. And let's see. So coming up in, this 3rd place is a tie. It's the Straight Up and the Ringer. Those 2 tied for 14% each. And then coming in 2nd place was the Pig Patty, which kind of shocked me.
Ooh, because that's my favorite burger.
I figured that would take number one, but it didn't take number one. Kind of shocking. That took 28% of the vote. And sliding in there, I think maybe it beat it by one vote. At 35%, the Plain Jane pulled up out in front there. So that is actually my favorite burger. And I like to go over there and throw things on it over there at the little condiment station.
Well, see, I like to get the I mean, all the pork patty is just, you know, a slab of bacon on there on a Plain Jane. So I like to get the pork patty and just throw mushrooms and bacon and ranch and all that good stuff on there and just chow down, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I do like some of the comments, like Amanda was fueling the, she put blue iguana burritos.
I swear.
she was egging it in there, which I thought was funny. So shout out to Amanda.
Well, she also said that she doesn't care for the burgers.
Right. Yeah.
Which, you know, I think is a sign of mental illness. I mean, that's the only thing besides being vegetarian, what she is not. It has to be mental illness.
Yeah. Well, I will say that it could ruin your experience if you had a Guy's Burger on land and then you thought it was the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Because that was
if you would have had that burger from Guy's American Kitchen, that would have probably set you away.
Yeah.
Even though it's two totally different. One's a smash burger and one's a thick burger.
Right. Yeah. No. I just think it's funny. The two could not be more different. I'll put it that way.
Oh yeah.
So the Thunderstruck burger.
Thunder.
I'm gonna no, Thunder. Isn't it Thunder? Or is it Thunder?
Thunder. You said Thunder.
Oh, did I? I thought I said Thunder. Okay. So the Thunderstruck burger. So I will say it's a very messy burger. And when you order it, this was my experience. This may not be universal, but when I ordered it, I kind of like the guy looked at me and sighed. So I was like, oh, and I kind of had to, like, you know how like the two lines kind of meet in the middle, you know? Okay, so I had to wait in that middle spot for them to finish my burger because it's a process. And like he turned around, he goes, he wants a Thunderstruck. And I was like, oh. It's like,
did you get the Thunder Tots too?
No, I did not. But I wanted the burger. I just wanted to get it done with because I knew in my head, I was like, I'm going to hate this. This is going to be terrible. So I went in this really thinking negative thoughts. And then it was supported by the guy's actions. He was just not happy with me. So I got the burger. It's obviously very messy. There will be, I think I posted, did I post it? I did. I posted on, I think I posted it on the group page.
No, not yet. You posted a picture of it, but not the.
No. I'm just saying the picture of it.
Yeah.
That was my picture. So it was nice. It wasn't the best burger, but I will say it's not their worst burger. I would say it's probably, it's down there. It's not the worst, not the best either, though.
Whenever they're done with the Thunderstruck burger, I would like to see them keep the nacho cheese there, and so that we can have some cheese fries.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because there's chili on the bar for the. You got that, and you got the Chilius Maximus, but you can go, have them put cheese on your fries, and then go and put chili on it from the topping bar.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now that they do have the cheese, They probably do it. I mean,
they probably
just
would
ask.
Well, yeah, but whenever the Thunderstruck burger's gone, they can take the nacho cheese away.
That's true.
If anyone from Carnival Food Services is listening, keep the nacho cheese sauce so we can have cheese fries.
Yeah, and let's get upset about it. Let's get mad if they take it away.
I'm gonna boycott if you don't. No, I'm not gonna do that. I've got a cruise in May that's on my birthday, and I can't boycott if you guys take it because I've never been. No one's been on this ship yet, and I gotta know.
Yep. So. Well, speaking of overreacting and boycotting and everything else, would we like to move on to our next topic?
Sure.
So the deli menu. That's been you actually got to see more of this than I did, because I was actually enjoying the full deli menu on my cruise, and I guess all this drama started breaking out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it started with the fact that it was taken off the room service menu as well, but then it got taken off the deli menu, and people started freaking out. I mean, it's a BLT. You can get those anywhere.
Yep.
Hell, just grab 2 slices of bread before you get done with the breakfast. Untoasted bread, and grab a whole crap ton of bacon. And then at lunch, when they have the salad bar, just go grab some lettuce and tomatoes. There you go, BLT. Why get pissed off because they take something off the menu?
I don't know. You went cyan. I don't know what happened. So no, I think a few things were taken off the menu. The menu's been edited and then re-edited, and rumors have been swirling. The old folks have been slamming their canes down. I'm never going on another Carnival cruise ever again.
I mean, the main thing is, I've eaten room service a few times. Breakfast is always good. A good simple, like fruit before you go and have your main breakfast. But I've only had like anything after breakfast once. I ordered when we were in Grand Cayman after my knee surgery, and I hobbled my way back because that pier was so long that my knee was hurting. Mm-hmm. So I hobbled my way back, and I ordered room service.
Yeah,
and I think that besides breakfast is the only time that I've ever ordered it. And now people are complaining because the only thing free now from room service is the breakfast menu.
Yeah. Well, and I'm trying to think. I think I ordered cheesecake off of there, if that was on there at some point. Yeah, I seem to remember eating cheesecake and thinking, this was a disappointment.
You were like, this isn't the same.
Yeah.
This isn't the same.
No, it's not. Trying to think. But I had breakfast before several times. But
the only thing that you have to pay for on the breakfast menu if you want a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah. And, it's always good, make sure you tip the guy when he brings you some food. I made that rookie mistake of not doing that and feeling terrible afterwards when I found out. I probably should have. So, what was it? That whole thing just seemed like it was a whole debacle going on. So I made sure whenever I saw John's post, I was like, I better share this to the group. That way everybody knows that's on our side. So
yeah, it's finally finally after 2 days it comes back. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna say this right now. I saw the hot dog. I wasn't impressed.
Well, they used to have really good hot dogs at the night menu.
Yeah.
I haven't had one since they moved it to the deli, but like on the XL class, they have their own station.
Yeah. I would be interested in seeing it. Like, it looked like an undercooked hot dog. It was a decent sized hot dog. It looked like it was a pretty girthy looking thing. But but it looked like it was undercooked to me. I like a good burnt hot dog. I don't know why.
Well, they boil theirs, so I mean,
yeah. See there, that's where I'm gonna.
They used to have what was called Sea Dogs, which is just a little stand out on up on the decks, but
yeah,
but they don't have that no more. I have a feeling that if they found out on the ship that someone would have gotten a $500 fine and kicked off the boat.
Yeah,
because they would have fought.
Well, so you're telling me that these people are going to get so angry, they're going to go, "Where's my BLT?"
And they're going to start beating up each other.
They're going to start beating people. They're going to use their canes and hit each other over the head.
And everyone who's involved in that fight will get kicked off and fined $100 or $500.
What?
Yeah.
Fined? Yeah. Wait. Not only am I getting left in Cozumel with my Cozumel girlfriend
and banned for life,
I'll be banned and fined $500. Yes. Oh my god!
Yes, as a Carnival instituted a $500 fine for leaving you at port.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
$500 for fighting.
Yep.
It's another reason you shouldn't do it.
That's big. If y'all could behave, we wouldn't have these things.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. I've got a crick in my neck and it's hurting, so it's causing me to have these outbursts. You know, and Trevor's used to my outbursts.
I am,
and we've done this show for almost a full year, and I haven't had one. And
yeah.
On top of the fact that I'm dealing with the fact that I have to look for a car, and I had to let it out. I'm sorry, everyone. I apologize. Forgive me.
Well, you know what else? You know, also cause fights. Not just the deli, but that message I sent you the other day.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So I'm going to preface this with, I don't really think any of this is true, but it could be true. So I don't know. I think it's a joke, but somebody in the Carnival Vista September 24th, 2022 group posted, I'm throwing him out there too. His name's Jeff. He goes, he posted this on Facebook openly to everybody. He goes, "Okay, well, I got some bad news today. I had a little rash and some itching down there. So I went to the doctor. Turns out I have herpes, y'all." And he put y'all. I had relations with 3 women on the ship. I'm not sure if one of you gave it to me or if I had it prior. And then he put, "Oops."
I think he's a troll.
I think he's too.
I mean, who would announce in a public forum that they had got herpes?
This is where the fight starts, though. He names names. He goes, "So Linda from Baytown, Sarah from Sugarland, and the married woman that I never caught her name, but I think it was Becky or Becca, whose husband was at the blackjack table ignoring her on the last sea day, might need to go get checked." There's a lot of detail there, which makes me think that, some of that...
He didn't put last names or anything.
He didn't.
Baytown is a pretty big area.
I just think it's really funny. Oh.
Now, if there happens to be a Sarah from Baytown that was on that cruise, who had a boyfriend who was on that cruise and was probably thinking, I didn't sleep with anyone, and her boyfriend probably broke up with her because he can't trust her.
Probably. This guy's wrecking relationships over here. But hopefully they all get checked and everything's okay, if it is true.
I mean, before things start falling off on a person. Yeah.
I guess. Oh. But yeah, no, that started a fight real quick. I think that's partially what one of those fights were about.
Yeah. Partially.
Yeah, like the 45 people fighting.
Yeah, that was off of a swap gone wrong.
Mm-hmm. And it's a good point that, like, a point that you made last week, which was it's not just Carnival that is experiencing these fights. It's also Royal. They're also getting it. I see a lot of people that are always like, that's why I cruise Royal, and I'm like, you'll get in a fight over there too.
Yeah, but see, Carnival's actually doing something about it. Royal and the others aren't.
Yeah. So they'll probably kick people off, I'd imagine, but yeah. And honestly, the $500 fine thing, I don't, I think the worst thing is getting kicked off the ship. I don't think that $500 fine is going to prevent a fight. Someone's not going to think, I better not get in a fight because I'm going to get fined $500, or is it going to be, I'm going to get thrown off the ship and banned from Carnival for life? So,
well, they'll be thinking, I'll get a $500 fine and kicked off in a foreign country without that $500, which I could use to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, well, that's true too. Yeah, because you make a good point. They'll probably slap that on their sign and sell account real quick.
Exactly.
That'd be hilarious. This serves them right. Anyways,
so you never went on the ecstasy, did you?
I did not.
So this coming Monday, after this comes out, is the final cruise of the Carnival Ecstasy before she is decommissioned and sent off for scrap.
Yeah.
And I'd like to share my experience. Can I get some Celine Dion, please?
Hang on. Wherever you are.
Take it down just a little bit. There you go. It was December 2010. And there she was, a middle-aged old girl. She was the biggest ship I'd ever seen until I looked behind her and saw the Mariner of the Sea. She was full of ecstasy. It was my first cruise. And I will never let go of that. Okay.
I was trying to think of more parts of that song.
I was just thinking, I gotta end this before he doesn't know what to do.
I'll check my audio down on that one.
But yeah,
so funny.
The Ecstasy was my first cruise ship. I had a blast. It was a small ship.
Hey, right now, shout out to Charles Lee Henson. He just joined our Facebook group.
Sweet.
Hey, you joined at the right time. We were recording.
But you didn't accept them yet or approve them.
I just did. I hit accept. Unless I hit deny, then
no.
Sorry, Charles.
Whenever I went and checked, his name was still there. So I went ahead and approved you, Charles.
I approved you, Charles. Don't fall for that.
Whatever.
I got worried there for a second. I didn't hit deny, did I? Oh, that's funny. Well, anyways. Yes, the ecstasy is going to be going away. That's very sad. So there are 2 other fantasy class ships still out there chugging along. I would like to experience that because it I know it's kind of like a different world, kind of taking a little step back.
Oh yeah. There is not a steakhouse on board.
Yeah. The Carnival Valor kind of felt that way a little bit. That one was built in like 2002, I think. I could be wrong on that. So it felt a little like step back in time. That one even more so. So I'd like to check that out. I'd like to experience that at some point.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was cozy. I did get lost, and I did trip a little bit because they had the little step, the hatch doors instead of the sliding doors and stuff. So yeah, you had to step.
You had to really watch your step.
Yeah, and that's where I really got my fear of or my not fear, my wanting to go out onto the blackened decks, where it's completely dark and you can't see anything.
Yeah,
because that was the ship that I experienced it on the most, just by going out to the side, and I was like, "This is amazing."
Yeah,
some creature's gonna come get me and pull me off the ship.
It is kind of wild being out there in the dark, and there's this like no lights and everything. Those secret decks and everything like that is just wild. So,
did you set like an ambiance by sliding that candle over there? I just saw that you have a candle lit over there.
I did. Nah, it's just a pumpkin candle, and I had lit it because I like it. So,
Cool. Yeah.
Anyways, well, that ship is ending, and so much of this show.
It's about time.
I know. I feel like this is actually one of the few shows we've done recently where we stayed on topic.
I think that's because Reese isn't here.
It is. Oh, and may he rest in peace. Well, I mean, he sleeps well because he's not feeling well.
Yeah, he may have to shave off his beard.
Oh no. Oh, it's spread over to his beard.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean,
anyways, poor guy.
I mean, at least they found his nose.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I think they're going to try and reattach it.
He's
going to hate us. He really is, isn't he? Yeah. That's if he listens to this.
Anyways, guys, make sure you join us on our Facebook page, like I've mentioned a few times, facebook.com/Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. We also have a Facebook group. Join it as well. We have a YouTube page over youtube.com/Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. And just follow us there as well. It's a lot of fun. We will get back to doing some of the voicemails and some other stuff here soon, so definitely be looking forward to that. We'll put out some questions on the group page for next week's episode, but always remember that you are unique, you are special, and you are loved.
And remember, anything that happens on the ship stays on YouTube. Bye.
See ya. Save the foosball tables. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.